W. Melly's double murder trial ended in a mistrial.
You don't have to keep a juror inquiry form. It indicates that after further discussions, reviewing the evidence, and speaking freely amongst the jurors, we are still unable to reach a unanimous decision. So at this time, what I'm going to do is just declare a mistrial because it's mistrial.
Since the mistrial, the case continued to make headlines after. The lead prosecutor was taken off the case, a new prosecution team was added, Melly's defense team had a little shakeup, but since it seems as though the entire trial has been put on an indefinite pause. The South Florida rapper, whose real name is Jamel Demons, remains locked up in a Broward County jail. Melly's lockup hasn't stopped him from releasing new music in jail. And most recently, Melly was mentioned in a now viral Kendrick Lamar diss track geared toward the rapper Drake. Kendrick rapped, "Yeah, Cole and Aubrey know I'm selfish. The crown is heavy, I pray they my real friends, but if not, I'm Y&W Melly." The line seemingly refers to the deaths of Melly's childhood friends Anthony Williams, known as Y&W Sack Chaser, and Christopher Thomas Jr., aka Y&W Juvie. Melly responded to the line saying in part, "Kendrick Lamar is one of my favorite rappers, so I feel honored and appalled." Williams and Thomas were shot and killed in 2018 after a late-night studio session in South Florida. During Melly's first trial, the prosecution argued Melly was the one who pulled the trigger, killing both of his friends. But the defense argued Thomas and Williams were victims of a drive-by shooting, and Melly wasn't even in the vehicle with them at the time. Melly was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder along with his friend and music collaborator Cortland Henry, aka Y&W Bortland. The state argues Bortland conspired with Melly to make it seem as though Williams and Thomas died in a drive-by shooting. During the trial, a Miramar Police Department officer who was working security detail at the hospital on that fatal night said Henry ran into the hospital saying his friends were shot.
So let's break that down. You're sitting at the security desk inside the ER. This male approaches you, and based on that contact, you exit the ER,
yes.
Correct? Where was that vehicle that you just described located?
So imagine I'm sitting at the desk as this, and there's door here. So he comes to this door on the left. As soon as I walk out that same door he came through, the vehicle's parked in the drive-through lane, and I can see the right side of the vehicle.
Okay, so it was immediately apparent upon you exiting the ER?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what type of vehicle was this?
It was a blue Jeep SUV.
And you mentioned that there were some individuals inside. How many people occupied the vehicle at the time when you saw it?
One gentleman in the front passenger seat and one in the rear right passenger seat.
And when you approached the vehicle, was it apparent their condition?
Yes, they weren't moving.
Okay. How so were you able to, I guess, determine whether or not they were injured?
So immediately looking on the vehicle and, just the fact that there was multiple bullet holes inside, they weren't moving. Somebody was able for me to help them. They'd be in obvious pain, screaming, moaning, and there's nothing.
Did you attempt to render aid?
Yes. So I immediately, after raiding in for assistance and letting the security guard at the desk, hey, I need doctors and nurses and everything to come out to help me, put on gloves and reached inside the front passenger seat and checked the pulse of the gentleman, the right wrist. I didn't find anything.
Henry was initially released on bond and stayed free throughout the course of Melly's trial, but he reportedly violated his probation and ended up picking up additional charges, including witness tampering, and has been locked up in the Broward County Jail since. Melly's first trial was not without its courtroom antics, from back and forth between the prosecution, defense, and judge to less than willing witnesses.
Good morning, Ms. Holmes.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Not good.
Are you cold?
No, I'm just, I don't feel comfortable.
Are you nervous?
I feel threatened.
Felicia Holmes, the mother of Melly's ex-girlfriend Mariah Hamilton, was called as a witness by the state. The state pressed her about a phone call her daughter received from Melly on the night of the murders.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what woke you up that morning.
Just hearing my daughter's voice.
Okay. What was the tone of her voice without saying what she said?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember anything the defendant said on that video?
Not verbatim, no, I don't.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to read the statement you gave in 2018?
I read the statement.
Okay.
I don't recall. I don't remember anything from that statement, but I do remember my deposition from December 22.
So the deposition, that would have been 6 months ago?
Yes.
Okay. I want to go and when you spoke, remember speaking with law enforcement in December of 2018?
I remember speaking with them, but I don't remember what they look like. I don't remember their names, but I do remember talking to someone.
Okay, so Ms. Holmes, I want to ask you, were you honest and truthful with law enforcement when you spoke with them?
I would hope so. I mean, it was 2018. I went through a lot during that year, so I'm not sure where my mindset was at that time.
Did you lie to law enforcement?
I would hope not. I don't remember what I said back. It was like 5 years ago.
Oh, of course. I understand it's been a long time. So in terms of the time frame, that was closer in time to the incident of October 26th of 2018?
If that's where you guys are saying it is.
You don't even remember?
I don't remember. Like I said, 2018 was a very hard year for me. My husband just went to prison. My father died. I had a lot going on, so
Of course.
I was really out of it.
Okay. And in terms of your conversations with the police officers that morning,
Yes. I do remember that they kind of bullied me and threatened my daughter to take her to jail.